Everyone, my name is Rykyra Snell, and I'm with Crown Rebellion, and to my left I have Noah the Kid.
Hey!
Fantastic Engh!
Hey! How are you?
I'm good, how are you doing?
Oh, I'm fantastic. It's a beautiful Sunday here.
It is a beautiful Sunday.
Hollywood, California.
That's right. I'm very excited. You're going to be playing today, aren't you?
Yep. Filling in, playing some guitar for the house band here today. So
that's going to be fun. Don't worry, I'll be giving you guys a little video of what's going on here right now. It's a Sunday at the piano bar. We have barbecue live music. It's always fun. And Noah has been... How long have you been coming to the piano bar?
Oh man, I've been coming to the piano bar. I came here a couple times like 5 years ago, and then it switched management and I went on the road for a while, so I started coming here a lot around probably January. That was when I started coming here a lot, playing January of this year.
And Noah is a musician pretty much all his life.
Yep.
And I remember you telling me when was the first time you had a guitar in your hand?
Oh, when I was about 6 or so, my dad had a guitar that I still have under the bed, and he would hold the chords and I'd strum it. And so I was pretty much hooked after that. Got my first electric when I was 11 or 12, and been playing ever since.
That's really awesome. And so now I know you were in bands when you were in high school. Were they more punk and rock?
Yep, it was more punk, and because that's all I could play.
Yeah.
It was 4 chords, and we wanted to play loud, so there's a lot of punk music. And then we kind of moved a little into the blues side of punk, but it wasn't until I moved out to California that I started dicking around with slide guitar and all that kind of stuff, which is what I normally play.
That's really cool. And I know you're not originally from Los Angeles. Tell me some awesome people where you're from.
Well, Rykyra and I both actually grew up in the beautiful state of Minnesota.
That's right.
Minneapolis, southwest Minneapolis, and born and raised. Went to public school there, and that's where I'm from. I like to visit when it's not cold, but I hail from the Minnesota, the sister city to Chicago.
That's right.
Yeah.
And being a musician, I know you were in bands, and then right after high school, you pretty much left and wanted to. Did you go straight into touring, or is it more you moved to Los Angeles and then you started touring?
Yeah, I moved here, dicked around for a while, and then I started playing bands out here. First band I played in was Atomic Playboy, and that was the first time I did any kind of tour, even though it was pretty short. We went up and down the West Coast. And I got in a band called Sun Trash. I did some more touring with them. And after that ended in about 2007, I just kind of went on the road by myself as a one-man band, kicking and screaming and playing all over the country, Canada too, until I was kicked out of Canada in 2008.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, I was.
Oh no.
Turns out you can't tour Canada without work permits.
All right.
That's the sad thing, sad truth.
Lesson to be learned to those who are in Canada.
Yeah, exactly. I won't be coming there soon, legally.
So, Noah.
Yeah.
What's with the name The Kid? Fantastic.
Where did that come from?
Yeah.
Well, when I was in Sun Trash, everyone was about 15 to 20 years older than me, so I was the kid. And my buddy Mike Palmisano from Baltimore would always say "fantastic" all the time, and so it just kind of went into the Kid Fantastic. Because there's already too many kids. There's Billy the Kid, the Kid, and I had to be the Kid Fantastic. That's where that came from. I did not give myself my own nickname, and that's important in life.
Yes, it is.
Ricky Rah Rah over here.
Oh, I got so many nicknames.
Yeah.
So you were in bands, and then you decided to go and be a one-man band.
Yeah.
What did the one-man band consist of?
One-man band was me, a Silvertone guitar, and an electric shoe that I made, which has a pickup in the heel. And so I plugged the shoe into either a bass amp or the sound system, and I'd bump along while I played slide guitar and yelled a lot. That's pretty much all it was, town to town. I was playing about 220 shows a year for 3 years. And it got, I've had to take a break in the last 6 months.
Yeah, so being in a one-man band and touring, how was it? 'Cause assuming, you're in a one-man band, so you're touring by yourself.
Yeah.
How was that?
Well, it could get lonely, but you learn that there's a network of people that are out there touring all the time, and you become friends with those people, and so you always kind of look at each other's schedules and see where you're going to meet up, and so it ends up being kind of a not lonely at all, because you get to see new people all the time. You get to go back to towns where people bring their friends, and you get to see, it's kind of like an extended family all over the place.
That's really cool. So you said you traveled to Canada. Where are other places, people can find you just when you go back on tour?
When I go back on tour, well, I probably won't be back on tour until the new year. It'll probably be domestic in the States. I'll probably do some West Coast stuff, and some Midwest stuff, and some Southwest stuff. I don't do the East Coast that much because it's so expensive to do anything out there. So you can find me, hopefully in 2012, a lot of West Coast dates, Southern California dates, Southwest dates, and maybe some Midwest tour dates.
All right, Midwestern back in Minnesota, huh?
Yeah, I got to get back there. I haven't been there. I haven't played there in about a year, I think.
Yeah.
So I need to get back and play.
And so being a musician, I know there's a lot of local musicians that are pretty much trying to make it and have get a name for themselves, and trying to. What made it to where you said, I'm a musician and I'm not going to stop?
Well, I always knew I wanted to do that, and I always knew there was never going to be anything else. I think the key for me was realizing exactly what I wanted to do, how I wanted to do it, and once you kind of set those goals of where you want your career to go, it's all about smaller goals and achieving smaller goals, and so if you do that, you're successful. There's all levels of success, and I consider myself very successful. I get paid to play guitar. It's kind of what I set out to do, and here we are. So not making a great living, but buying some groceries.
Surviving, playing music,
rolling my own cigarettes.
Yeah, pretty much not compromising what other people
exactly.
have done.
It's nice being your own boss.
And that's exactly what I want to go into as well. For Noah, knowing Noah since forever, and seeing him grow as a human being. A lot of people, when they become musicians, they tend to change.
Yeah.
When they first start out, they're all into their fans, but then when they slowly start getting bigger and bigger, their egos tend to get the best of them.
Sure.
For you, is it about compromising, or is it pretty much being about, I'm Noah, the Kid Fantastic Engh, and this is what I'm bringing to you?
Well, I think it's about the style of music that you play too, because a lot of the people that get huge egos are kind of making music for the masses. A lot of pop stars, I can't really believe they love their own records.
Yeah.
And I'm very proud of all the records I've done. So I don't think that's even ever an option. I'm very grateful for anyone that ever comes to see me, and I'm just going to keep doing things my way, and I think that's going to shine through. And even if it gets to the point, God willing, that I'm playing in front of 20,000 people, the next night I will go to a dive bar and play for 20 people.
Awesome.
Just for fun.
Just for fun.
Yeah, I love bars. Been living in bars for the last 8 years.